Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Booty Scoot Racing channel. This is the the I-85 Asphalt Series late model division. This is the final playoff race here at the Five Flag Speedway. We please ask you to stand and rise and remove your caps as we get ready to start tonight's national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps for tonight's national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll crank up the music. Thank you for standing. Stand and put your hats back on. As we're counting down the time of the driver's introduction here. The final playoff race here in the I-85 Asphalt Series. Late model to stock division at the Five Flag Speedway. Crank the music up just a tad bit here. They'll switch over. These guys will get ready to load into the field here. There they go. These beautiful race cars. We're moments away here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel from driver introductions. As they load into the field here, we'll get tonight started here. Winning the pole, driving the number 42 machine, that's Chase Lopez. Starting on the outside of him, driving the number 20, that's Stephanie Roberts. Starting in the third place spot from Welford, South Carolina, driving the 02 Maynard Motors late model, that's Nicholas Maynard. On the outside of him, driving the Green Machine Racing Triple Deuce late model from B-Town, Indiana, that's Chris Knighty. Starting in the fifth place spot, the number 22 machine, that's Kellen Keller. Starting on the outside of him, driving the number 0 Sullivan late model, that's Holden Sullivan. Starting in the 7th place spot, driving that Austin Energy number 19 late model, that's Lisa Dominguez. Starting in the number 7th place spot, the number 109, that's the PJ Paintings 109 of Mason Wilcott. Starting in the 81 Ford late model from Troy, Alabama, that's the 25-year-old of Terry Hughes Jr. Shaking out the number 29 machine tonight in the 9th place spot, that's Bryce DeGavera. And shaking out tail shotgun of the field tonight, driving 33 Skull machine, that's Tony Cook. Back up here, the race leader of Chase Lopez here. That'll do it for the driver introductions here. We'll kill the music on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We're set here to take on the Five Flag Speedway here, the I-85 Asphalt Series late model division playoff race. This is the final cut here. 2 more drivers to join Corey Tesner and Chase Johnson in a championship race 2 weeks from now. Got a bunch of part-timers filling in the field here. Nicholas Maynard, Chris Knighty looking to score a spot. So is Tony Cook. Peter the Pace car is going to put out on to pit road. The cameras are flashing here. We're green in the Five Flag Speedway. Looks like the number 19 of Lisa Dominguez is going to get hit by the number 109 here. Nicholas Maynard down the bottom side of the racetrack here. Here comes the number 0 of Holden Sutherland shooting up the middle here. There'll be 3 wide off the corner. Terry Hughes Jr. banging towards here at the Five Flag Speedway. Laps are going to peel off quick here in the I-85 Asphalt Series late model stock division as they fly down into turns 3 and 4. He'll come off turn 4 here. Looks like the number 42 of Chase Lopez is going to establish himself the race leader here. Flag Speedway. Gonna be Chase Lopez. Stephanie Roberts in the second place spot with Kelly Keller in the third place spot. Meanwhile, Nicholas Maynard in the fourth place spot with Chris Knighty charging hard here. They'll be 3 wide with Chris Knighty. In front of them, that's gonna be the 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. from Troy, Alabama, and the number 29 of Bryce DiGomera. As he makes something shake here up to the second place spot as he's moving through the field here. On the Moody Scoot Racing channel, ladies and gentlemen, laps are going to pick off quickly here. The number 0 of Holden Sullivan continues to get down on the bottom left side quarter panel. Nicholas Maynard here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. The kid of Nicholas Maynard looking for one of those final playoff spots here for Wolford, South Carolina. Needs a good run here tonight as he pulls up off the turn 4 here. Get ready to surrender another spot here to the number 29 of Bryce DiGomera. These guys continue to duke it out here at the Five Flag Speedway, live here on the I-85 Asphalt Series iRacing platform on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. Holden Sullivan is held his own here as he's up another spot here with Bryce DiGomera. All the back here behind him. Meanwhile, the kid Nicholas Maynard losing some more spots here. He's down 6 spots from the start of the race. He needs to get that 0-2 Maynard Motors machine locked in here. Meanwhile, the number 109 of Mason Wilcott here. Del Dorbang off turn 4 here. Him and Nicholas Maynard. 8 laps are in the book here at the Five Flag Speedway. The final playoff race in the I-85 Asphalt Series late model division here. The number 29 and the 19 of Bryce DiGomera and Lisa Benavides. Battle door to door here across the front stretch here, chilling with the fans. You see them throwing their hands up. The number 19 gets tagged. Oh, looks like they're going to keep it green here. That was number 19 of Lisa DeBenes. Got tagged. He was saving it here. Will stay green on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. 10 laps are in the book here. Exactly what we wanted to see here. To keep it green. Try to pick off some laps here. Stephanie Roberts letting Chase Lopez run away from him here. 10 laps are in the book. Coming to 11 complete in the I-85 Asphalt Series late model stock division. Chase Lopez, part-timer, filling in the field here tonight, so if he was to win the race, he's just taking the prize money. As Lisa Benavides has the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. all over the back bumper of him. The 25-year-old looking down on the bottom side, the U.S. Navy veteran trying to make something shake through the field here. Meanwhile, the number 109 of Mason Wilcott driving his way through the field here. He's up 3 spots to the 7th place spot here. We got to count him out. Meanwhile, Chris Knighty on the charge. He's up to the 4th place spot where he started. Holding charge, holding strong there. Meanwhile, Tony Cook starts shotgun tailing in the field. He's still there. Looks like he's battling some handling conditions inside of that race car. We'll ride on board with Tony Cook out the right side window. As you see him, looks like he might just be trying to say something here on the back one. We'll switch over to Lisa DeBenes driving the number 19, battling door to door here. Is Chris Knighty working all over the back bumper of the guy in front of him, 22 of Kelly Keller. Chris Knighty looks down the bottom side of the racetrack, looking to complete the pass around the 22. Can he get it? Doesn't look like he'll be able to complete all 4 here. 15 laps are completed at the Five Flag Speedway here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. We've yet to have a caution. Don't want to spoil it here, but these guys are absolutely fanned out to this point with 15 laps picking off quickly here. We're about, 6-7 minutes into the stream here. These guys are going to have to start going down. We're going to go here. Meanwhile, Chase Lopez running away with it here at the Five Flag Speedway in the I-85 Asphalt Series. Excuse me. As Kelly Keller has Chris Knighty all over the back bumper of him. 17 laps are complete. Looks like the caution flag is going to fly here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. Not sure who for here. Take a look. See who went around. Looks like it's going to be a guy. So it's on my ticker. I don't believe I see one. Back that ass up here real quick, though, on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. Throw it up to the blimp here. Whoever it was won't be able to run from us and or hide here. Looks like it might be one of these folks up here, maybe. There's the race leader of Chase Lopez. We're going here. Not sure what the caution was here for on the Moody Scoot Racing channel to continue to search around the racetrack. Doesn't appear to have damage to anybody. Terry Hughes Jr. got a little bit of damage there. Maybe Terry Hughes Jr. was the victim there. So back it up just a tad bit more here. Looks like it's going to be Terry Hughes Jr. He looks like he might got tagged here. We'll throw it up to the instant replay here. Terry Hughes Jr. brings out the first caution here on the Speedway Racing channel as he was battling for driving the number 19 NOS Energy Drink Machine. And he just get into Terry Hughes Jr.'s left rear. Terry Hughes Jr. takes a big shot to the left front here. Riding on board with Terry Hughes Jr. You see him slamming the steering wheel. He is not happy. Look out the front of that race car. Got a little bit of front end damage here. It'll bring it around. Turns forward across the finish line. Ladies and gentlemen, we're under caution for the first time tonight. We'll take a commercial break and be back right after this. Racing channel, riding around with some of these guys, just getting you a glimpse inside of some of these race cars here. About a 20-lap run there is what we've had picked off so far. 16 of those under the green flag. Chase Lopez has been the race leader. Finally somebody other than Showtime Chase Johnson or somebody in here, but it's a different Chase this time. It's Showtime Chase Johnson was able to make the trip out here to the Five Flag Speedway, but it's okay. He's won 5 races on the year, and he won himself the first playoff race on the year at the Irwindale Speedway. He'll race for a championship 2 weeks from now, along with Corey Riptide Tesner, who's also not able to make it to the racetrack here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, back green here at the I-85 Asphalt Late Models Series division. The playoff race at the Five Flag Speedway. Chase Lopez leads them here. He's led everyone so far here, as these guys look like they might be able to fan it out here. Chase Johnson, excuse me, got to get that out of my head. Bryce DeGavera down on the bottom side of the racetrack, driving the number 29 machine. He'll battle going on with Chris Knighty here. As Chris Knighty look like he's trying to charge hard. He'll give the spot up to the 29 machine here. Battle for the 6th place. Caution flag out on the racetrack here. Terry Hughes Jr. We'll back that ass up once more for Terry Hughes Jr. He'll go around again. The caution flag will go out here for the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. We'll back it up, take a look here, see exactly what happened. It looks like maybe him and the 19 might tangle him once more here. Terry Hughes Jr. goes down into the corner. Look down on the bottom side here. Lisa DeBenes gets into 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. Again, very similar to what we just seen here. Terry Hughes Jr. able to lock it down here. He'll turn it around on the Booty Street Racing channel, bring it down pit road. Caution flag out once more here. Terry Hughes Jr. might get his return here. That's the 2nd time he's been turned around by that guy, the number 12. Of Lisa DeBenes, who's off the racetrack currently at the moment here. Looks like he might be serving a admin penalty for aggressive driving. Terry Hughes Jr. will go down pit road to get that thing patched up here. Chase Lopez, the race leader here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, the I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Stock Division. We'll turn it. We'll come right back. We'll have the green flag. Don't go nowhere. Wilcott, who's up 5 positions from where he started here. And the number 0 of Holden Sullivan will be on the outside here. In the 4th place spot, he's charged up through the field, but it's been all the number 42 white machine right there of Chase Lopez as he'll bring him to the restart zone. Get ready to fire back off, and we're back green here at the Five Flag Speedway in the final playoff race here in the I-85 Asphalt Series. Chase Lopez has been in full control all night long here. Not full time here in the I-85 Asphalt Late Model Series division, as he just looking to score the victory here. Spoil the party along with a bunch of other of these guys, but that guy right there, the 33 machine of Tony Cook here. We ride with him down here on the racetrack, just flying through the field. He'll look down on the bottom side of the 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard. Nicholas Maynard will close the door. Looking to get around the triple deuce of Chris Knighty here. It's Chris Knighty stuck on the outside here. We'll look out in the right rear quarter panel of Chris Knighty here. As you see, Tony Cook getting loose there, trying to battle back down on the bottom side as the kid of Nicholas Maynard not able to complete the pass here. Looking out the ascent here, looks like Tony Cook might be able to charge against the kid here, Nicholas Maynard here, as they battle down into turns 3 and 4 here. Off turns 3 and 4 here, they're door-to-door in front of them between Bryce, 3 wide. Here at the Five Flag Speedway, the 109 of Holden Sullivan and Bryce DeVolligan battling door-to-door with Mason Wilcott. He'll get the worst end of it. He'll get shoved out of the groove. Mason Wilcott down on the bottom side of the racetrack here. Meanwhile, Tony Cook will complete the pass around Nicholas Maynard. Nicholas Maynard falling back another spot here. Down in the 6th place spot here. 32 laps are complete here. We're picking them off very, very quickly on the Mooney School Racing channel. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you see, make sure you slap that like button, press that follow button so you don't miss a thing here. It's Chase Lopez down in the turn 1 and 2. He's continuing to pick them off here. He's led everyone up to this point. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're looking right here on the Mooney School Racing channel Monday night as the Madness Racing League Cup Series takes on the championship race at the Michigan International Raceway. As we see the number 85 of Alfonso Claudio pick up the championship in the Madness Racing League Xfinity Series. You can catch that right here on the Ministry Racing channel. This coming up Monday here. Meanwhile, we're here in the I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Stock Division. In the final playoff race at the Five Flag Speedway, Nicholas Maynard will lose another spot here to Terry Hughes Jr., who's currently resting her lap down on the racetrack here. So the kid's got to figure something out here if he wants to make it to the championship race here. We'll shoot it up to Billy the Blink Driver, giving you some action shots here. The number 109 of Mason Wilcott looking to get around and stay away from the 33 of Tony Cook, who's charging through the field. Tony Cook up 4 spots from where he started. He currently runs in the 9th place spot. Stephanie Roberts trying to run down the 22 here, who's moved up 3 spots to the 32nd place spot, trying to run down the race leader, Chase Lopez. Chase Lopez been in full control here on the Mooney School Racing channel, continues to lead him here with 40 laps remaining. The I-85 Asphalt Late Model Stock Series goes to Martinsville 2 weeks from now to race for the championship. Who will join Chase Johnson and Corey Riptide Tesner as the 2 championship contenders to fill out the final 4 at Martinsville for 100 laps 2 weeks from now, ladies and gentlemen? Will it be the number 33 of Tony Cook needing a great run here tonight? If he could just score over 20 points, possibly a top 5 spot, lead some laps, you never know. This makes a Wilcott sideways off the corner there. We'll ride along with the number 109 here around the right rear quarter panels. He's got Tony Cook all over him. He takes it down into turns 3 and 4 just to get a glimpse around the racetrack here. We'll ride out the hood of Mason Wilcott and out the ascent over here. You can't even see Tony Cook. Tony Cook looking to apply some pressure here. Switch it back over to the battle box cam here. Tony Cook will get around the number 109 of Mason Wilcott here. We'll have to throw it away as quick as we can put it up. Tony Cook's going to make quick work of Mason Wilcott. 41 laps are complete here. Tony Cook out of the groove into the fence on the outside of the racetrack. Meanwhile, Mason Wilcott will battle back down on the bottom side. Things are shaking up here big time on the Mooney School Racing channel. Kellen Keller trying to run down the race leader of Chase Lopez, who continues to sail away here. He's on pace. 42 laps completed here. 42 laps led for him. Meanwhile, Tony Cook looks like he will lead the fastest lap on the racetrack that last time around. Nicholas Maynard will shake back through 2 more spots to the field. Toyo gained 2 more. Does the kid have something here on the backside of the run here? Did he save something here? As they go into turns 3, off of turns 4. The kid trying to get the same thing. Tony Cook's getting that final spot. 2 spots, excuse me. As James Fallon, currently not here tonight at the racetrack, is in, but he's up a ton of points here. So one of these guys is going to have a big time night or win the race. if they want to get rid of James Fountain here, we're not to worry about it. If somebody else was outpointing them, it looks like the caution flag's going to fly here. Look like it might be the 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard, possibly. Yes, it will be the 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard. We were just talking about him. Looks like he might have had some help from somebody here. We'll throw it up to the blimp cam. Take a look and see exactly what happened here. To the kid of Nicholas Maynard, he was racing door to door. Chris 90 here. Chris 90 just gets into the back end of Nicholas Maynard here. Nicholas Maynard goes around here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And he'll turn it back around here. Ladies and gentlemen, caution flag has flown here for the kid of Nicholas Maynard here. He'll regather it up here. Looks like he's got some front end damage to that race car. The 0-2 goes around here off the front bumper of the Triple Deuce of Chris 90 from B-Town, Indiana. Battling hard for the 8th place spot here. 45 laps are complete here. We're going to commercial break. We'll be back right after this. Here live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. This is the I-85 Asphalt Series late model stock division. Chase Lopez sets the quick time here to make the main event here tonight. Filling in the field part-time here in the Asphalt Series. He's currently led every single lap up to this point here, trying to spoil the playoff party and keep some of these guys from being able to lock themselves in that are running full-time. He'll bring them back to the restart zone. We'll fire off her back green here. Stephanie Roberts will lead him off in the 3rd place spot here, not getting a great jump here. He'll have the number 0 of Holden Sullivan jacking him up here into turns 1 and 2. Can Holden Sullivan continue the run that he's had as he's up 5 spots from where he started here? Meanwhile, Tony Cook on the charge here. He'll door bang side by side with the 109. Mason Wilcock, we've seen these two guys go back and forth here for quite a while here. 50 laps are in the book here. 25 laps remain. Caution flag out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll back that ass up as Bryce DiGavero, however you want it, you can have it. As he'll go around here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, right here underneath the cam. Going into turns 1 and 2, we'll take a look here and see exactly what happened to the number 29 as he was racing door to door with Holden Sullivan. We were just talking about. Looks like there may be a little bit of contact made here. And that will shift the number 21 up the racetrack here. He'll get tagged. Big time by Mason Wilcott here and Bryce DiGavero. We'll take a major shot here. We'll ride on board. One more time, we'll back it up here with Bryce DiGavero. Take a look and see exactly what happened from his point of view. Nobody better than to see it for yourself here as he dives down into turns 1 and 2. Contact made to the ass end of him. He'll go around here. It's just a massive shot here he'll take on the racetrack and bring out the caution flag. With 25 laps remaining here, we'll have 2 remaining in overtime if we need them. Bryce Guerra brings out the caution flag here. He'll refire that thing up. But we'll be right back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. here live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel from the Five Flag Speedway. You best believe you already know the race leader's Chase Lopez, as he's led every lap up to this point. He's been bad fast all night long here tonight with Kelly Keller on the outside of the 22. Holden Solo in the 4th place spot with Stephanie Roberts in the 3rd place spot here. They'll bring him to the restart zone. Re-racked on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Fire back off. We're chilling in the grandstands with your mom. She just offered me a beer. There's a pile up on the front stretch. Big wreck here. Oh my Jesus. Holy snap. We'll back that ass up here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel as mayhem has just struck here into turns 1 and 2. The beer your mother just gave me, we had to get rid of. As that was a big shot here on the overtime restart. We'll take a look here. They come down into the corner. Nicholas Maynard as well as Tony Cook. Big shots here. Tony Cook airborne here. See if we can't get a better angle of inside of that race car as he goes flying through the air here. We'll back that ass up on the Booty Scoot Racing channel one more time here. That's the 33 of Tony Cook here. Nothing better than riding with him. We'll take a look here and see exactly what happened in front of him here. As they was going through the gears, it was like the 0 of Holden Sullivan will jack up the 22. And it was just mayhem from there. Big shot here from Tony Cook to the rest of these guys. Looks like Nicholas Maynard's going to get a part of it as well. Along as well with the 22 of Kelly Keller and Holden Sullivan. Ladies and gentlemen, the big one here at the Five Flag Speedway in the playoff race. We'll take another commercial break and we'll be back right after this. This track cleanup underway after a major shot in the outside wall. Live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Up here with Billy the Blimp driver. Looks like they're going to wave the 1 to green here. We'll get the 1 to green the next time around. I'm ready to flag them in here. Everybody looks like they're back out on the racetrack. Nicholas Maynard waving himself back around on the field here to get back to the tail end of the field. Terry Hughes Jr. back out on the racetrack as well as Tony Cook here. Tony Cook, one of those playoff drivers here with 18 laps remaining, needing a solid finish. P4 or better could lock him in here. He's up to the 7th place spot from the 11th place spot here. Currently the Knights hard charger. Can he add to it here? As he's got another playoff guy behind him of Nicholas Maynard looking to score the same amount as well. Both of these guys sit at 0 points currently, needing 20 to beat out John Michael Ryan, as we think James Fallon has went ahead and locked himself in points-wise with 90 points scored on the evening. Nobody's going to be able to touch that here with 17 laps to go. So James Fallon, Corey Tesner, and Chase Johnson locked in for sure here. As we know, up to this point with 17 laps remaining here at the Five Flag Speedway, Tony Cook and Nicholas Maynard battling for a spot, as well as Chris Knighty. Chris Knighty up to the third place spot here on the Moody Racing channel, looking to make something shake here on the restart. Can Chris Knighty pull off the upset, walk off, and get himself into the championship race? We're back green here for the Five Flags Speedway. Chris Knighty will go door to door right here with the number 22 of Kellen Keller here down the back stretch. They'll go. 16 laps remain here in the I-85 Asphalt Series. Kellen Keller, Chris Knighty will make a little contact. Kellen Keller, big shot into the outside wall. Caution flag out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll back that ass up here. It's just talking about Chris Knighty here. He'll get a little physical. He'll show you what he's got to do to win one of these things here. As this is all for a playoff spot here. No harm, no foul, but Chris Knighty will get into the right rear, left rear of Kellen Keller here, but that's what happens. It's Chris Knighty will put it to the back bumper here, send around Kellen Keller here. Kellen Keller is just going to have a miserable day, taking a hard shot into the outside wall here, riding on board with the 22 of Kellen Keller. Caution flag out here. Peter the pace car ready to come out here on pit road and catch the race leader, Chase Lopez, as he comes off of turns 3 and 4 now. Ladies and gentlemen, caution flag is flown here with 15 laps remaining. At this rate, overtime is in our sights here, but hopefully these guys can get it together with 14 laps remaining now. The 42 of Chase Lopez out front. Holden Sullivan in the second place spot. Mason Wilcott will get the third place spot. Tony Cook with a big jump right there up to the fourth place spot with that wreck there, able to manage his way through the traffic. Chris Knighty will shake out the fifth place spot, and the kid of Nicholas Maynard will get the sixth place spot here. As Bryce Dugera, the number 29 right behind Nicholas Maynard, will get the seventh place spot. Kellen Keller, not happy with the way that Chris Knighty just raced in, will shake back out to the eighth place spot. Terry Hughes Jr., the lucky dog this time around. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back right after this. Bang, bang, back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. This is the I-85 late model stock division. That's Terry Hughes Jr. there. Hasn't had the run that he wanted here tonight, but we're going to make something shake here as he's a lap down with 11 laps to go here. Chase Lopez has been the race leader all night long. He has led every single lap up to this point. But the zero of Holden Sullivan on the outside, looking to say something about it. We're back green here in the I-85 Asphalt Series here. The Five Flags Speedway, they drop down into turn 22 here. We all get through turns 1 finally this time around with 10 laps remaining here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Playoff hopes are in the air here. Tony Cook has got exactly what he needs here as he's currently sitting in the 10 points, 20 points paying spot, excuse me. If he can finish right here, he'll get the hard charge to go with it, and he can lock himself in on points over John Michael Bryant. But 9 laps still remain here. Chris Knighty looking to do the same as well from B-Town, Indiana. He'll need to get around Tony Cook here, possibly another one here, as he's not hard charged enough here. He qualified decently. Tony Cook hard charged from the back here, but Nicholas Maynard got some damage on that race car. We ride on board with the kid here. He's got to do something if he wants a chance for the Race 4 championship here. Looks like the caution flag is going to come out here for Tony Cook here. No! Just talking about Tony Cook needing a run right there. We'll back that ass up here to get into the playoffs here. Take a look at Tony Cook and see exactly what happened Make sure you go check out Tony Cook at the Home Run Cafe down on the bottom right side hand of your corner at 810 North Main Street in Greer, South Carolina. Tell Tony Cook the I-85 Asphalt Series late model stock division sent you here. Tony Cook will just get loose here off the corner and send it around head first into the inside wall here in front of the fans, and you'll see Freddie the flagman. Tell him to get that thing turned around here. Looks like everybody else is able to get through here. Chris Knighty on the move up to the 4th place spot. So Chris Knighty looking to make something shake here in the closing laps of the I-85 Asphalt Series late model stock division. He'll need possibly another spot here. Oh! Kellen Keller not happy with the way that Chris Knighty raced him here. And he'll take out Chris Knighty here. Tempers flaring here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Kellen Keller will be sent to the garage for aggressive driving. You can't do that here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, and you can't do that here in the I-85 Asphalt Series. So Chris Knighty, looks like you have a little bit of damage to that race car. Uncalled for nonsense from the 22 of Kellen Keller. He'll make sure he get his voice heard as he's down in the garage. Nicholas Maynard will fill out the field here in the 6th place spot. So the 3 guys looking to lock themselves in between the triple deuce of Chris Knighty, the 02 of the kid Nicholas Maynard, and the old-timer 33 of Tony Cook here. Each and every one of these guys looking for that one final spot here as James Fountain has locked himself in mathematically on points here. Looks like we're going to be heading the overtime here at the Five Flag Speedway on the I-85 Asphalt late model stock division. They'll get 2 re-racks at it if they need it. Chase Lopez has been in control all night long. Keep it right here, ladies and gentlemen, do a field rundown. Chase Lopez will be the race leader. Holden Sullivan will get the 2nd place spot here. Terry Hughes Jr. is going to be the lucky dog on the outside. Mason Wilcott been bad fast all night long. We'll shake out the 3rd place spot here. Chris Knighty looking for that final playoff spot to round out the 4th place spot with Bryce D. Guevara will round out. Looks like going to be the 5th place spot here with the kid Nicholas Maynard. Getting the 6th place spot, needing that 4th place spot finish and possibly a little bit more. The hard charge was not going to go to him. Tony Cook looks like he's giving up the hard charge so far. He'll need to get up about 2 more spots if he wants a chance to race in the championship at Martinsville. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Hughes Jr. rescued a lap down here with 3 laps remaining on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll get the 1 to go next time around. We'll get it this time around, actually. We'll double file it up here. Tony Cook brings out the caution. He'll start the tail end of the longest line here. Terry Hughes Jr. will get the lucky dog, so he'll start tailing anyway. Looks like Peter the pace car will pull down on the pit road. Overtime here from the Five Flag Speedway. We're back green here. Holden Sullivan down on the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to run down the race leader, Chase Lopez. Won't be able to get him off turn 2 here. Chase Lopez down into turn 3. Holden Sullivan looking to make something shake. Here comes Mason Wilcott. Meanwhile, Tony Cook makes the move around the triple deuce for Chris Knighty up to the 10-point playing spot here. Tony Cook will get a 10 points if he can finish right here. White flags in the air presented by AFLGlobal.com. Holden Sullivan will get one last chance at the back bumper of Chase Lopez off turn 4. The number 42 of Chase Lopez will come across and win the final playoff race here and spoil the playoff party as he'll fill in the field here part-time tonight. And Holden Sullivan will do the same thing. He'll fill in the field with Mason Wilcott. The whole top 4 right here will fill in the field and finish in the top 4. Tony Cook will get the 5th place points paying spot here. 10 points will go to him. He'll get the hard charger worth 15. So we'll have to see how things shake out here as the admin's tallying it up here. Chris Knighty will get the 6th place spot. And the kid of Nicholas Maynard will get the 6th place spot here. And that right there is the race winner, the number 42 of Chase Lopez. Ladies and gentlemen, the admin is tallying up the final playoff results here. We'll have them in just a moment. But raise your hand and give it up for Chase Lopez. Ladies and gentlemen, Chase Lopez, driver of the number 42 late model machine, will win tonight's event. And his number 42 machine. Part-time filling in the field here in the I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Stock Division. Same thing with the number 5 of Holden Sullivan, Mason Wilcott, and Bryce DeGuerra, the number 29. They'll sweep part-time here, keeping some of these guys out from some crucial points-paying spots that were needed for some playoff spots here. But meanwhile, looks like Tony Cook will get the 5th place point spot here. And he was the only one being paid out points full-time here in the I-85 Asphalt Late Model Stock Series. Chris Knighty had a shot, but the number 22 of Kellen Keller will come back and get his redemption here and rip that right away from Chris Knighty. Nicholas Mayer involved in a big accident earlier tonight. He'll finish in the 7th place spot with Terry Hughes Jr. getting the 8th place spot. Kellen Keller will get the 9th place spot with Stephanie Roberts getting the 10th place spot. Lisa Dinabetis will get the 11th place spot with Andrew Johnson getting the 12th place spot. Kaden Murray will get the 13th place spot. Dylan Newsom will get the 14th place spot. Clayton Edwards will get the 15th place spot with Dan Janjan will get in the 16th place spot. Matt Werwick Sr. will get the 17th place spot. And Justin Alvarez will finish 77 laps down in the 18th place. Well, the 18th place spot, 19th place spot, here on the night's event. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, looks like the results have been tallied up here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Time to figure out who's going to join Chase Johnson, Corey Tesner, and James Fountain here in 2 weeks at the Martinsville Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, who is it going to be? It's going to be Tony Cook. Tony Cook will do enough here to get into the championship race 2 weeks from now at the Martinsville Speedway. And you see it right there on your screen. 5-time winner Chase Johnson, who won at the Irwindale Speedway, the first playoff race on the season, will win his way to the championship race. He'll be there in 2 weeks. Corey Riptide Tesner does it 2 weeks ago. He does it as well. He's back here at the Thompson Speedway. He'll advance on a win. And James Fountain, 90 points scored here in the 2 races, as he was able to come back and mathematically score his way in here. Plus 70, he'll advance. Tony Cook will score 10 points here tonight in the 5th place points paying spot. And then 15 points for the Hard Charger Award. He'll move 11 spots, not 11 spots, excuse me. He'll move 7 spots through the field to be able to finish in the 5th place spot. It'll earn him the 15 points needed to race 2 weeks from now at the Martinsville Speedway. And John Michael Bryant didn't show up tonight here at the racetrack, and it looks like it's going to cost him. He'll go home here tonight along with Nicholas Maynard, Chris Knighty, and Colin Long. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. As you see the creeping eerie 5 Flag Speedway here in the Pensacola, Florida. Underneath the lights here as the fans begin to trickle out here. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the I-85 Asphalt Series. We'll see you championship weekend 2 weeks from now in the Martinsville Speedway. The Martinsville Speedway will host the I-85 Asphalt Late Model Series. Don't forget the modified series for the Asphalt Series here for the I-85. We'll start in about, let's see on my calendar, about a month time from now. So be looking out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for that. Ladies and gentlemen, Monday night, the Madness Racing League Cup Series Championship race at Michigan. Press that follow button, press that like button so you don't miss a thing. Have a good night.